Imagine you just turned 25 and became a teacher. Your sister, on the other hand, is an aspiring artist looking for opportunities every time. One day, your sister can go to an audition she has, and she tells you to go instead of her so the opportunity doesn't get lost. And all of a sudden, you are the first ever Mexican indigenous woman to be Oscar nominated for Best Actress. You are Yalitza Aparicio. She became an icon and representation for minorities all across the globe, and also became an inspiration for many, including myself. As a Mexican immigrant, I relate to Yalitza's urge to overcome obstacles given by her skin and her roots. Yalitza is a strong woman who keeps fighting for indigenous people's rights. She has proven that even in a world full of discrimination, racism, classism, colorism, you can overcome obstacles and do big things. Even while being challenged by her roots, she managed to get into this big movie project, and soon after, she used her new public influence to fight for her beliefs. She was a regular person living a regular life in a regular town, but her ambition and her spirit made her different. Born in December 11 of 1993 in the small town of Tlaxiaco, Guerrero, Mexico, Yalitza never thought her life would have this big of a turn. Since she was a kid, her interest for school and learning was obvious. And even while living in with so much obstacles, with little money in such a small town, she managed to study all the way to get a degree. According to El Universal newspaper in 2018, she was a shy student, but with the best grades in all levels. She graduated as an educator in Guerrero, and soon after became a teacher of a kindergarten. In 2015, approximately, Oscar-winning producer Alfonso Cuarón arrived to Tlaxiaco, Guerrero, and his team started to do castings for his current project. This is when Yalitza's opportunity emerged. Edith Aparicio, Yalitza's sister, was the one invited to the casting since she was involved in many cultural events and things for her town. Since she was pregnant, she couldn't attend, so she pushed and insisted Yalitza to try it out instead of her. And she accepted just for curiosity. Yalitza got the part right there and then. According to a Time magazine, Cuarón knew she was the one right as soon as she walked into the door, thanks to her manners and ease while auditioning. Funny enough, she was not expecting to get the role. She thought it was gonna end up in a fun experience and an interesting experience for her. By December of 2018, the movie Roma premiered on Netflix, and this is the moment when Yalitza Aparicio's life changed completely. Her play in the acclaimed movie resulted not only in her recognition by critics, but also as an opportunity to do what she does best, teach. Yalitza Aparicio became the first ever Mexican indigenous woman to be Oscars nominated for Best Actress, and she used the attention that she got from that as an opportunity to fight for her beliefs. And at the same time, she became a representation for indigenous people. Not everything was good though. She also started receiving many attacks and racist comments from her own country, and people started making her a meme. According to the New York Times in 2019, even as Aparicio was celebrated, she had become a target of racist attacks online. Thanks, Yalitza, instead of feeling defeated for all the drama, decided to use an example of social issues that nowadays continue affecting millions of people of color. She went vocal and public with this problem and became known in the fight against racism and colorism. Thanks to the public attention she kept obtaining, she is able to become a full-time activist and got to participate in many projects and movements. According to the NBC News webpage, the United Nations Cultural Agency, UNESCO, had appointed Mexican actress Yalitza Aparicio as its goodwill ambassador for indigenous peoples. She even got to be part of big campaigns such as Zero Violence Against Women by the Health Department of Mexico, or Dior Stands with Women by Christian Dior. She has done some interviews in many universities such as Harvard and the University of Arizona, demonstrating her work as an UNESCO ambassador. And even with all these new titles and achievements, she keeps herself humble and down to earth, not letting the changes transform her true self. In conclusion, Yalitza Aparicio is a strong woman who has suffered from poverty, racism, colorism, and even prejudice for many, but has never stopped helping her people. She keeps representing dark-skinned indigenous people and Mexicans, and has taught me that representation matters, and that I can do whatever I want, no matter my roots. I would like to leave off with my favorite quote from her that represents what I love. My skin, very Mexican, very Oaxacan, and very human from the color of my land and the diversity of its colors. Thank you very much.